Your Excellencies, distinguished ambassadors, President, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the 2020th Annual United Nations Conference. The death of George Floyd, a 46 years old black man, in May 2020 drew widespread outrage after a video circulated online showing Officer Derek Chauvin holding his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck on a Minneapolis street corner as he gasped for breath. The disturbing video incited large protests against police brutality and systematic racism in Minneapolis and across the United States. My dear Excellencies, I convened this meeting to discuss this issue, which is that a citizen of our nation might be a victim of racism.
Ambassadors, here is a genuine question. What is racism? Why fight it? Racism and racial discrimination take many forms and impact all aspects of our life. Impacts could include the ability to find a job, get an education, have equal access to healthcare, housing, food, water, or get fair treatment in court of law. Racism, xenophobia, and related discrimination and intolerance exist in all societies everywhere. They affect us all, directly or indirectly. We all live in a society characterized by discrimination, division, distrust, intolerance, and hate. Racism harms not just the lives of those who endure it, but also the society as a whole. It deepens mistrust, casting suspicion on all sides and tearing apart the social fabric. Like COVID-19, racism and xenophobia are contagious killers. We need to come together and continue working for the common good with conviction and determination.
Here are the root causes of racism. Cause number 1, representation in media. How the media represents people of different races in books, TV, movies, and music has a big impact on how society views race. While the media reflects cultural views, it also shapes culture and implants racist belief into young people and those new to a country.
Cause number 2, quick unconscious judgments. People are quick to judge others based on their appearance, clothing, how they talk, and other physical traits. This isn't something necessarily shameful, as humans are wired to make fast judgments on our surroundings so we can stay safe.
Cause number 3, community ties. For individuals, finding community with people who share the same beliefs about race can strengthen racist thinking. As an example, if someone grows up surrounded by racist family members or friends, they likely share those beliefs. They'll repeat racist jokes, believe the same stereotypes, and seek out others who agree with them.
Cause number 4, discriminatory policies. Policies that discriminate by race reinforce racial beliefs. It sends a message to society that certain people, simply because of their race, don't deserve the same treatment or opportunities as everyone else.
Ambassadors, it is greatly opportunity for us to share in all of you how we can do it and how we fight racism. Teach, create an environment of acceptance and celebration. For better understanding and greater acceptance, educators are encouraged to introduce as much as cultural diversity into the curriculum. If and when there is conflict, deal with it and do not miss it. Seize this as an opportunity to raise awareness and celebrate diversity. Introduce as much cultural diversity as possible into the curriculum.
Learn to recognize and understand your own privilege. My dear ambassadors, one of the first steps to eliminating racial discrimination is learning to recognize and understand your own privilege. Racial privilege plays out across social, political, economic, and cultural environments. Using the privileges that you have to collectively empower others requires first, being aware of those privileges and acknowledging their implications.
Call out racist jokes or statements. My dear ambassadors, good morning. We can fight racism by letting people know that racist comments are not okay. If people are not comfortable or do not feel safe being confrontational, then they should try to break down their thought process and ask questions. Remember, not saying anything or laughing along implies that you agree.
Validate the experiences and feelings of people of color. Another way to address bias and recognize privilege is to support the experiences of other people and engage in tough conversations about race and injustice. We cannot be afraid to discuss oppression and discrimination for fears of getting it wrong. Take action by learning about the ways that racism continues to affect our society. For example, by watching documentaries such as 13 or reading books such as Americana or Hidden Figures.
Dear ambassadors, every day each and every one of us can stand up against racial prejudice and disrespectful attitudes. Let's build a world beyond racism and discrimination, where we all exercise our human rights. Always remember that no country can claim to be free of racism. Racism is a global concern and tackling it requires a universal effort. Be a human rights champion. Join us in fighting racism. Thank you and good day to all of you.